Well, hello everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, well, apologies for the late start, everyone. Welcome to SpeedGaming Main. We are here with more action from the first week of the Link to the Past Randomizer Invitational League Season 7. This is actually the second game of the week between To Infinity and Pgog and Noble Foxes. They got to play a kickoff race yesterday ahead of schedule because To Infinity and Pgog are the defending champions. Noble Foxes took that one. They should have 3 points there. We'll fix that. It was a tight, close race, and Relkin and Will WC are hoping to even things up here today. I am joined here on comms by Kuchiri, but we are having a little bit of a problem right now, so we will fix that and hopefully get things running smoothly. All right, so there's a little bit of action to catch up on here. We had a free sword in Link's house. We've already got Relkin going into Eastern Palace here. A couple of runners poking around in the woods. All right, looks like we found at least one other thing of interest here. We got a big key to Ice Palace, and there's the Thieves' Big. So, if anyone's not familiar with this mode, the mode for week 1 is all dungeons key drop starting boots. So it's like your usual key sanity, except all of the keys that would drop from pots or enemies are thrown into the pool, which means that all of our key logic that we're familiar with is scrambled.
First off, can you hear me now?
Yes, welcome.
Using a different mic. Yeah, on to that point, Swamp Palace now has 6 small keys. GT now has 8 small keys, and as you know, in these all dungeon modes, as we find a fire rod at the library, normally we need to find 2 castle tower smalls. This time around, 4.
Yep, and there's no way around that. Sanctuary had our Moon Pearl. That's nice.
It's always good to have
also, tracking for us today, we've got 2 members of JKLOL, Jesse and Kaysden. Thank you to them. This mode is a little extra spicy to track 2 runners for, so thank you to them in advance.
I just got done commentating the previous run. It's sometimes hard to just check what's all going on. But it does look like... Did Relkin get glove? Because it looks like we dropped down to back of escape.
Yes, I think that was in Saha's house.
So we got pearl, we got glove. We now need to find that hammer. Yeah, we'll get early fire rods. We're going to see what's in bonk rocks. I'm pretty sure someone said, oh, wait, glove was at the back of the well.
Oh.
That's a big find. With this being co-op info shuffle, I'm sure we will see runners on both teams do 2 different paths at the same time. We'll see when teams decide to do some divergence. Ralkin getting that info from earlier. Only got those 2 left chests there. I don't know what happened with my other mic. I did the full intro and everything, and all of a sudden I realized no one was responding. Discord was saying I was talking. I'm like, hello? Hello?
And it's so weird because you just calmed an entire race before this, right?
I know. So I'm using a different mic right now. I'm using a headset mic, so I don't know how I sound.
Okay, so that is actually Relkin's second glove there out of the back of the well. So we already have Dark World access less than 6 minutes in.
Yeah, that's one nice quick way to start getting some divergence. Hey, I'll do all of North Dark Hyrule. You do all South. Yeah, TR smalls are important. I believe there are 6 TR smalls. We still want to try and find 4 of them. Will's going to be getting their other glove right now. But yeah, no, with these key drop shuffles, there are locations you need to remember to check. Very important to check. Such as Fishbone Room and Mire.
Yeah, sometimes called a DLC room because you never see it in a usual rando run. There are a couple of those rooms.
Yeah, our last race was basically decided thanks to Fishbone Room. You also got other checks such as the free key in Skull Woods isn't a free key in that pot.
And all those free keys, of course, in the back of Desert are not there anymore.
Yeah, you need 3 small keys to get through to Moldworm. I really like this mode because it does make you think on how you're going to tackle stuff.
Yeah,
Dungeons.
it looks like Will is continuing on with some light world stuff here. Relkin's already gone to the dark world for Thieves Town here.
Which is unfortunate because Will just found the Thieves Town big. We don't have any small keys though, so we're not too concerned about that.
Yep, there are 3 of those small keys now, and you do need well, they're not optional anymore. Well, not all of them. One of them is still locking the big chest. The others,
yeah, 2, minimum 2. But it's a feels bad moment when you get to trying to clear Thieves Town, trying to find items, then you don't have that 3rd key to get the big chest.
We just saw a Houlihan from Obscure Life Form.
Sorry, in that Zora Money farm. Wouldn't be too surprised if they go and get that 50, it's a secret to everyone room. Oh, Relkin already has the Thieves Sound Big. Apparently. No, never mind. Wait. Yeah, he's going to go get 1 check here because we don't have the small key, but there is a check up here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, no,
that's have the Death Warp.
That's a Galaxy Brain play. Galaxy Brain play there, man. I cannot speak right now.
Oh,
the big Infinity is finding the goods today.
What's interesting is it was an early mirror for 2 Infinity and Pgog last race that ended up ultimately costing them. So we'll see how this plays out today.
That's rando. What costs you in 1 seed is going to make you feel like the Galaxy Brain Chad you are the next.
You're saying you're not supposed to catastrophically overreact to one bad thing happening and change your playstyle and lose because of it?
No, bad things happen all the time.
And you mentioned 6 Swamp Smalls. There's 1 of 6 in Ice Rod Cave. Relkin's gonna go play the archery game. For dig game money. I love it.
Dig game money, yeah. Let's see if he goes for the X99. Nope. Could you imagine if they ever made it to where checks are hidden, like in mini games like that?
That
Give it
would be
the
neat.
give it the good old OOT feel.
Nice book.
To get dig book too. You always like it when the dig game's only a couple digs.
And he gets off the screen with 22 seconds left on the clock. Lots of twos.
And we're in our second month. Oh my goodness, it's another two. Anyway,
And
cave for
Obscure the fish casually just running across the water there. I didn't know fish could do that.
you'd be surprised what fish can do when chased by a shark.
Did they invent sharks yet when this game came out?
Wait, what?
Oh, there's Samaria from Stumpy.
So what you're saying is the seed is going to be heavy on the items early, and we're going to be pulling out our hair for keys. I see.
That might be the case, because there was a key on Zora Ledge, but we don't have the tools to splash delete here, I don't think. Oh, but we get a different key.
That's a swamp cave. Hype cave time. Hype cave starts out with some money.
Okay, the map big key and one of the small keys to pod.
Oh, getting the big key to pod actually opens up some running decisions that the team can choose to go between them. That's another neat thing. So, like for example, Hyrule now has 4 small keys. You basically need 3 of them to get all the checks, and you can decide, hey, do I use my small key to kill the key rat? Do I go to Zelda's cell? All kinds of interesting stuff. It looks like was Relkin trying to get the first chest of swamp and didn't have flippers, or was it just getting the damn check?
I'm guessing it was just the damn check.
Okay, tablets, rupees, but we're going to see what's in Agina.
And Will heading to the Dark World, probably gonna grab his mirror while he's here.
Probably going to go north that mirror too, because we still got to check King's Tomb, Graveyard Ledge. Book is going to get us into desert. What's on desert ledge could be important. I mean, you never know if you need $5. I find $5 very important, but these runners might not.
Okay, we're
Bile
gonna
turns.
get our first look at desert here, which is a crystal.
Yeah, Will got the mirror. No small keys yet to desert. The right side is now locked by 4 desert smalls. The runners might have to be considerate of that.
Okay, Obscure gonna go swim into Skull Woods here.
We get ourselves a small key to scout. That's one of the 4 required small keys to Castle Tower.
All right, 25% of the way there.
Info that is going to put Infinity and Pgog in the lead for a solid 5 seconds. Because Nobly's going to be getting that info here soon. I'm surprised Will's... Okay, now Will's going back up north. I was going to say, is Will going to go the same path as Relkin? Nope. What is... Ooh, okay. So Nobly is going to do the first check of the back of Desert because that is in logic.
That's a very good point, and yeah, some of
Relkin,
the fun new twists this mode throws in to key sanity for us.
yeah, Relkin missed that, so that could be some big news for Noble Foxes. Okay, this is why I love key drops shuffle. Stuff like this happens. Oh, these runners don't need that. They're the Invitational League.
Yeah, it would be a lot more useful if we didn't already have the fire rod, but you know, you won't complain about that.
No, no. Plus, we get to actually see what goes on. I was saying the last race, I'm a proponent for tournaments that get restreamed to have. Oh my goodness, that's a blue sword. Okay, that's nice. Master sword in the back of the skull, but like give a pseudo the fake light cone just for restream races. Because we know all the runners can do these dark rooms, but we want to see them do the dark rooms, you know. Key to swamp. How many keys does that put us to for infinity? Is that 2 or 3?
That's actually a very good question.
Point out in chat that we didn't see foxes get their mirror. So, oh my goodness, that's a dumb spot for that map. Yeah, so foxes do not have their mirror. Nobly's about ready to get their master sword. Will's about ready to get their master sword.
Oh, there were flippers also in the middle of Skullwoods. I missed that the first time.
That's a good find. That could get us that small key now that we missed out on. No, we're gonna get our pet check. Get your pet hypes in chat.
And it is... oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, you would think with more opportunities to put something troll there that we see more things there, but no, not today. It looks like Will's going to be. Well, yeah, we got the skull, big, and dam, so we're going to see what this is. Just bombs. Do we go ahead and drop down the left pit to clear out the rest of skull? That's the big question. Nobody's doing it. And so is Will. Relkin's going to be doing some. Nope, never mind. Oh, that's a spot for the mushroom.
Oh, and the hammer. Nice.
We'll probably see Relkin make a left turn here. Yep. Skirt. I gotta go this way now. Yeah, Skull Woods had some interesting stuff. Another sword, flippers, hammer, PR and desert or rig crystals. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I think Will picked up the flippers, right? There's no way he didn't.
I have to assume. Yeah, Skullwoods had a lot of stuff in it. Too bad we didn't have another small key or two. Yeah, Relkin just got their flippers.
Chat's confirming the hammer was in the same place as it was in yesterday's race. I thought that was the case. I just didn't want to embarrass myself and be wrong on stream.
They say PRNG isn't real, Blue Link. I say it is. PRNG is real.
All right, Nobly's going to go for the first couple of checks here in Castle Tower. Going to use mushroom strats on these ball and chain guards. I've never seen that before. Well done.
After the first key, every key adds like one more check.
Oh, the GT Big just sitting there on the pyramid.
Well, it's nice to have that now. Horrible to have if you have 7 crystals and not all the go mode items. There's 31 checks in GT today. There's a lot of key drops and stuff like that.
Will is into Swamp now.
Can't do much here with the one key we have. We got the Thief Sound Small that gives us a couple more checks. We need another one to get Blind unlocked, and then one more after that to get the big key chest. And yeah, nothing in Swamp. Catfish is also nothing. We're at the point now where everyone has items, so they're doing a very far spread out here.
All right, Bumper Ledge is just a heart container.
We're going to get Graveyard Ledge in King's Tomb here from Relkin. Will can now go beat Skull Woods if he wants.
Nobly and Will were just next to each other, but they have different things in mind. Will going back for that small key. Nobly going to give us our first look at Ice.
We can full clear this. We also have Icebreaker. Now with Ice Palace, routing gets weird again. Remember when we found Icebreaker, we were like, oh man, we don't have to do any kind of weird stuff with Ice? Yeah,
we still do.
Now we do, because we have to go up in this room for one check, and then if you want Icebreaker, you gotta mirror back out and go back in. Which I don't think nobly can... Oh, well, there's the magic. Never mind. That was a small key, by the way, to Swamp Palace.
Those are starting to roll in.
I believe that is Swamp 3.
But speaking of mirroring out of Ice, the Noble Foxes still have not gone to Thieves Town for that mirror.
Well, I expect Nobly to run headfirst into a spike for a few seconds. No, Nobly's not going for... Okay. We're not going to get that I am on the conveyor, so that might be a check that we need to do later on.
There is an Eastern Small.
At least one is required. 2 will get us all the checks in Eastern. That was the vanilla Ice Palace key. Okay.
That's something that can really throw you, because you don't hold it up if it's a key to this dungeon only.
Yep.
It definitely got me yesterday when I was tracking.
Yeah, and it's always weird because you pick up the key and you're expecting the da-da-da, and then it's like, bling. Oh, okay.
Oh, Mushroom has the Hera big key.
That's always nice to have.
We may not need.
Like, these runners don't need it, but it's always nice to have to get up there. I do believe that Thief Sound Small will let Noble Foxes... they may now get deeper into Thief Sound, because apparently the other Thief Sound Small is mirror locked.
Yeah, that'll incentivize them to go there and get their mirror hopefully soon.
But we also found Desert Small, which is big. Because again, these runners can make a decision. Do we split up? Do I go ahead and waste this one small key on the right side? You know, things of that nature. Yeah, now Obscure's in here as well. And this is the one thing I'm not a fan of when it does happen in co-op seeds, when you and your buddy is just following each other instead of, you know, going for checks. Because like right now, as you see, Will and Ruckin's doing two separate things. Will's going to go into Hera, try and get two checks out here. But Obscure and Nobly, they're going to be in Ice Palace for a little bit longer. I do believe Nobly's going to get the boss kill here. We're going to find out that there's a small key to Ice Palace in here.
See, what I think about both doing ice is that they can both beat it at least, and it does give you some time to think when you're both doing something that you do need to do.
I want to see Obscure go for the... Nope, never mind.
Okay, they seem to both be agreeing to just leave that check. At least for the time being, or they're just going to abandon it and hope.
Yeah, there's nothing there. 1 hour and 10 minutes later.
Well, we're seeing an actual fake powder here.
Nice.
There's a shovel for Nobly, and Relkin's going to get a big key to Desert. This actually paid off.
Very nice. Very nice Outlaw stuff. Can't really do much of that big key. We can get the big key, the big chest, of course. But right now, we really can't do much without many more small keys. We can't beat that boss. And of course, we do have to beat all the bosses. All right, we're going back for that conveyor belt now for Nobly. Which, by the way, Noble Foxes did get the first blood. Now, Will's doing all the mountain checks. We're going to get some spiral love now. We're getting purple chest from Relkin. I didn't see what was on Smith's. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, double nice. Did you see what was in spiral?
No, I missed it.
Hook shot.
Oh.
If any found ice rod and hook shot at the exact same time.
Okay, that starts to give us some more options.
Piece of hot. Man, I just went Brooklyn all of a sudden. Piece of heart on the conveyor belt berry.
A piece of hot in Ice Palace? I don't believe it.
Piece of hot. Brooklyn Rage. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my speech impediment today. It's been... yeah. Anyway. Going to see what's in Paradox. Will got a lot of stuff they can do now in Swamp. They choose to go that way. Fairy in the bottle.
Not a lot in Paradox. Interesting.
Yeah, Overworld is really paying off for these runners. Did we see what was the ledge small key?
We did. I don't remember what it was.
That's fine.
Might have been Skull Woods. There's a swamp, of course. 2 swamp smalls in the wet area. Yeah, Hookshot Cave had a bow, a pod small, and a swamp small.
Well, at this point, I do believe we have enough swamp smalls to get over. I don't think Will was trying to do that. Rip. Got the fairy at least.
And if he was, then he lost even more time to the fairy. Oh, those things hurt.
Don't hug the Lionels.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
we're
is
getting.
Breath of the Wild.
I still love like the first day the hero hero difficulty DLC was out for Breath of the Wild. It was like, yeah, first thing that happened was I climbed a tree. The Lionel set the forest on fire, trying to kill me. Help!
All right, Nobly on the way to go give us our first look at Pod.
While Obscure's in Eastern. The question is, do we go for the big key chest? We don't have the bow, so we can't fight Armos. Mind you, we could go in and kill the Igor for a check.
We have a little extra information here. Hair is a crystal and Pod's a pendant.
Shouts once again to my former team. It's always sunny in Pendant Pod. By the way, Pod in the race earlier today had mitts. So it was very sunny, and it was also a pendant. Anyway. Infinity is going for their first boss kill right now on Moldorm.
Oh my goodness, what a recovery.
Yeah, all I heard was Tony Hawk, score combos. Dun, 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 dun.
Alright, the Eastern Big Chest is just 10 arrows.
Okay, going for the Igor. Can't kill Armos. We don't have bow. We know where bow is, though. Igor with a key to desert. That's a good find. Now the question is, do you use the key on the big key chest? Well, Nobly is doing the mimic clip. We're going to get Spike Cave from Will. Oh, they found half magic somewhere. Good find. Bombos is another good find. That's going to make the Colsair fight faster.
You know, we saw the TR medallion, but I didn't catch what it was.
Neither did I. Oh, hey,
Hey,
they
the
keep
big key
Hyrule.
to Zelda cell in Pod.
I do believe they may have 2 Hyrule small keys, so that could be a play they can do. They have 1 or 2.
Yeah, tracking this mode is really hard. So I certainly do not blame our 2 trackers for not catching every single key.
No. And especially just, I'm sure the tracker's never been pretty to play with. I'm sure it's even worse right now. And of course, with all the 8 inputs and stuff like that, yeah. Will's going to give us Dark Cross. I do believe we've already seen Dark Cross. Relican's going to be doing everything Will just did to get caught up on the bow, the hook shot, keys, possibly also bombos. Yep, another
He's just
swamp
gonna
small.
camera unlock here instead of doing another mimic clip. Oh, that's where half magic was. It was in Paradox.
That's a good place to find it. I do believe Will may have enough swamp smalls to specky and almost full clear swamp. Bomb spooky may need to be done. We're about to get our mirror info for Obscure. Oh, that's where the mirror was.
And Obscure immediately uses it. Because, yeah, with one small you could go farther, but you can't beat the dungeon. But on the other hand, you just picked up a mirror and you can do a whole bunch of other stuff with it, so this makes sense.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobly froze there for the turtle chest and the dark, huge area. But we don't know what we missed out on there. But if Obscure is racing towards it, it has to be something, right? Relkin with the hair of big. By the way, I'm just noticed Relkin has a whole bunch of big keys. Virtually no small keys, but if you want big keys.
All right, so Will going back to Swamp now. Relkin's gonna clear Hera while he's here.
We're also going to get the info that's on the big chest.
Oh, that's why I didn't see Will open it, because he didn't.
Another small key to high roll. Okay. That's not as important. If we do have two small keys in that high roll big, we can run there, see what's in Zelda's cell, then just use one small key to get rid of the key rat. No swamp big, so we're going to be orphaning that, but we do get another small key to Castle Tower. Hey!
Hey, 204.
We're getting there. Going to do some left side swamp for 3 items.
Yeah, it's 50% more value.
Ooh, Relkin's not getting bombos. Okay. I guess he doesn't have the invincibility that Will has. So yeah, no, he wouldn't be. Relkin would not be able to get bombos.
I forgot, where was Bombos?
In Spy Cave.
Oh, that's right, no Burna.
No, Berna can't run through Spy Cave, especially not with 6 hearts. You'd be drinking a lot of potions to do it, and I do believe they have the potions. I don't think they can do it. All right, left side swamp. It doesn't pay off. It doesn't. It does not pay off. So that's one less swamp small that Relkin needs to worry about. But Relkin already has like all the swamp smalls. Just now knows doesn't need to waste time going left side. Obscure gets their second dungeon clear. Noblies are going to go get their mirror and start doing some stuff.
I wonder how soon Pgog is gonna go into ice.
I will see Will doing it just because of Bombos, the Bombos advantage. Your Cold Stare fight's so much easier to do, even though you don't have as many hearts as you want.
So this does mean Pgog is gonna be orphaning that Swamp Big Chest between both of them now. Unless no Fire Big Chest.
You and I had the same thought. Oh. Unless. No, okay, it's just money.
Oh, 3 runners froze. Okay, we got another one back.
Stuff happens. We don't know what was in the Raging River chest here, that chest pot, but we do have our Argus fight. Hopefully, Relkin will show us what's in the rushing wire pot. Nope, it was nothing. Hey, 2 castle towers, Smalls and Swamp. You say? Okay.
Nobly with that purple chest is going to be getting the Ice Rod shortly. Okay, here's our second look at the Turtle and Rock Medallion. It's a Vanilla Quake. So until we see Meyer, we need a flute to do that. We won't know for sure if that Bombos is useless or not.
What are you talking about? Bombo's going to be very useful here for Will in about 5 minutes.
I don't know. With half magic, I would just go for the Fire Rod strats. It's faster and you've still got enough shots. Nobly gonna lose a couple seconds here actually getting the item off Bombo's tablet. Obscure about to get the bow here.
Mm-hmm. Well, these runners are retracing each other's steps. You don't have to give them a follow. They're putting on a good show. Last time these two teams are going to be facing each other this week, but because this is a league, we know they have at least 6 more weeks, 12 more races between other teams. So keep an eye out on those and other league races.
And interestingly, we now have both of To Infinity and Pgog in ice at the same time. Funny how both teams ended up doing that.
Yeah, again, unless like there's no other option, I am not a fan in co-op modes when everyone's like, let's just follow the leader. On the plus side, at least Rockin will know not to worry about the conveyor belt. Just keep on going, icebreaker and all that fun stuff.
Okay, Obscure did pick up the blue mail while he was up there at Hookshot Cave. I'm pretty sure Pgog did not, even though they knew it was there.
Nope,
Oh, there's the
again,
other
mail.
mail upgrade, right side desert.
That's going to be a safe scum though. You need 3 small keys out of 4 for desert to beat Lamos. So yeah, unless there was something groundbreaking on right side desert, you were not going to be doing that.
And by groundbreaking, you mean Quake, of course.
Quake. Oh, Noble Foxes don't know where Ice Rod is. You know.
Didn't Nobly just deliver the purple chest? He might have been frozen.
Okay, yeah, he might have Ice Rod. TR Big. Desert Big could have been over there. No, wait, we've already found Desert Big. Never mind. CT4 could have been there.
So this is interesting. Despite having the mirror, Will just went the non-icebreaker route. And Will now has the means to clear Eastern.
Nostalgia for 2018 Zelda Randomizer when you just had to do the bomb jump. I mean, dungeons are opening up. I won't be surprised if between Infinity, one goes to Thieves Town, one goes to Eastern at this point.
All right, Relkin making quick work of Cold Stare. Whale dropping in right now. Oh, he's going to use Bombos. Okay, I was wrong.
Uh-huh. This isn't the first time today I've been vindicated. No, I'm just joking. The last race, I don't want to spoil, but I completely thought one team missed out on that fishbone room, just to find out that when the key was found, I'm like, oh no, that's going to be bad news for the other team. And then I was told that it was only one team went into Meyer so far. I'm like, oh, so the other runner knows where the key is. Never mind. And then it ends up happening. I ended up commentating blessing with that comment the other team because they didn't find the big key in fishbone room.
Incredible.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, the key rat.
Not important. But we still have two small keys. We know, I believe Infinity knows what the high roll big is. Nope, never mind. This is going to be to dig up the spot. It looks like Will's going to be doing pod then Eastern.
That's interesting because, wait, no. He should have the pod big, unless he didn't go to Hype Cave.
He probably has the pod big. We've been having some technical difficulties, unfortunately. As you can tell, Relkin's frozen again. He is just staring in awe of that compass.
Yeah, magnets, they have a tendency to levitate.
How do they work?
Look, magnets are weird.
You could have just gone the whole classic Doctor Who route. I'll explain later. Anyway, Will's now in pod. Relkin's going to go to pod. They have decided that this is not a co-op seat anymore. This is a hand-holding seat, I guess.
Well, I'm thinking, let's see, what else? Like, what other good decisions do our runners have right now?
I mean, right now you have more checks you can do in Thieves Town. You could do desert, like we found the lamp. Remember, the lamp is in Desert Boss. Infinity don't know that, and they have Desert Smalls, so they could go in and get 3 checks out of Desert Boss right now. Yeah, they can't beat Lambos. Yes, it's going to be a double dip, but something could be back there. Like the flute. You find the flute. That's the next big thing we're looking for right now.
Oh, there's the Hyrule Castle big, so Pgog did not know about that. And it looks like Relkin is going to go finish Eastern.
Looks like Will's going to go ahead and finish pod.
And nobly, almost a flawless Moldorm fight. Almost. There we go.
You almost cursed him. You almost cursed him, Blue. Ooh, forgot there was another small key to the desert back there.
All right, we'll get to see what manner of junk there was under this pot. Oh, small.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Imagine if you didn't have hammer and you not hammer. Imagine you didn't have hookshot and you didn't get to specky, and you're like, oh man, how am I going to find this last swamp small? That's funny. Armos is nothing.
All right, so 3 quick succession boss battles. Make that 4. Here's Helma. And I imagine Relkin's going to go turn in that green pendant right away. I'm sorry, what? Was that on Argus?
That was the other castle tile small. Remember, there's 2 CT smalls and
Oh, that was the second. Okay, I was like, what,
yep.
3? No.
No, just 2.
Okay, that makes sense.
TR big on green pendant's pretty big.
Yeah. So the only big key out there
we're good on
is
big keys other than
big that we don't need.
no, we're good on keys.
Yeah,
We're missing. I actually. Oh wait. Let me do some math. I think we may be missing a Skullwood small and flute for go at 50 minutes. Jeez. Okay.
That's impressive. Okay, so clearly Will did have the pod big.
Yep. So this was a pretty nice seat to the runners. Like, it was very items first, not that many keys, but they just seemed to just find the right amount of keys at the right time. There's another Desert Smart there in the basement. Like, yeah,
Surely Desert's going to be stop in the near future for somebody.
Yeah, without the flute though, you have to go do the cutscene, then run through desert, then go into the back. Nice red boomerang in the big chest. Going to the dark maze. Something that could trip up the runners is that vanilla big key chest in Eastern. We find another Eastern small. I mean, that's something we gotta think about. Actually, that small key helped out nobly. Nobly didn't pick up all the other wild swamp smalls.
Oh, huh. Interesting.
And the question is, where is that flute? Also, where's that Quake? Forgot to bring up Quake earlier.
And we still might need ether on top of that. Oh, look at that little fish carrying a little shield around.
I like to put a complaint against Noble Foxes for false advertisement.
No foxes?
No foxes. Tisk tisk. We do have a no B, not nobility, but no B.
Right, nobly getting that Skullwood small.
All right, so Infinity has 5 dungeons clear amongst them. Oh yeah, we're also missing 1 CT small. 1 skull, 1 CT, medallion, and flute.
That's actually quite a bit. But we're not even at the 1 hour mark yet.
Yeah. Ooh, this may be a CT play from Will. You know, it'll be really funny if the rig guard around the pots had the last CT small.
It would be. And let's be real, it's bound to happen to someone, right? Out of all the
Oh,
races happening this
it's
week.
already happened to someone. Ooh, we're getting more info in Thieves Town from Nobly.
Oh yeah, the GT big key, we need that on the ledge. Forgot about that.
Ralkin's
And
going to be.
Relkin is going to desert. And yeah, you called the CT play from Will. Obscure Life Forms defeated Helma.
There's our Skull Woods that we needed. We definitely now have enough to beat the Moth. We can also finish Thieves Town as well. We had 2 Thieves Town small. That means
Oh,
we're going
nice silvers.
we're going to orphan the big chest down here though. I do believe we knew about the blue goo. Falcon's about to find their lamp.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
that's
mirror shield.
too bad the fish is not going to be carrying that. Ralkin does have enough to beat Lamos, which is nice.
All right, and here's Blind for Nobly.
Looks like Will only had 2 small keys going into Castle Tower, which is going to possibly cost them if something is in that rig guard with the pot. Nice silver Lamos.
I forget, where was the third one that we've seen?
We found one super early on. I do not remember where, because you made you did the whole thing, but we're 1/4 of the way there, and then we found 2 in Swamp. So we found one before we found the 2 in Swamp.
All right, 3 boss battles in real quick succession there.
We're also going to get what's in Zelda's cell.
And he did pod, so he must have the big key. Relkin changing his mind.
Oh, nice
Oh,
tempered.
nice.
Now, see, but that's one of those things. Unless there's something in Zelda's cell, how much do you prioritize having tempered over master? Because that is a bit out of the way, just for tempered. Me, because I'm bad at this game.
Well,
Me,
hang on.
'cause I'm-
Ralkin's already got silvers. Yeah, we don't need that. Skullwood small.
that hair is small,
Silverless
though.
Master Sword, I would think about it, but with silvers, you can probably get away with it.
See,
Just
I'm
Master
bad.
Sword.
I'm bad. I need that tempered. Anyway, but we did find the one and only hair is small, so that's going to be something. That could be something on Infinity's mind. Rockin's going to go ahead and also beat Thieves Down. We are just going to be clearing all these dungeons now.
And Nobly's going to go for Mothula.
So as well, I will fully expect that Rockin's going to go for Moth after this as well. Oh yeah, no. Good news, everyone. GT is just going to be go moded this scene. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good catch. Pendant, right, for Mothula?
Yep.
So, all those keys, all those checks, and we're just going to run right past them.
Also, really nice loadout too for that. Silvers, tempered, possible.
I also really like how currently all 4 runners have a different level of shield. But there we go.
So I believe right now Flute's in TR, but where's Quake?
Yeah, we are kind of running out of places to find it. Collectively, our runners have finished all of the dungeons we have accessible.
I'm trying to figure out what check we're missing.
Oh, Will is gonna do a fake powder. Because we still haven't found the actual powder.
Well, we already did the fake powdering, though. We found something good, right?
Yeah, Relkin did, right? So
Yeah.
Will is following suit.
What are we missing? That's the big question.
Well, are we about to see Hera Basement?
That I think that might that I do believe that is our answer at this point. Because Will's now going to go ahead and just play catch up, or not. Could have just gone straight into T-Sound and start playing catch up, but did not. Maybe they're waiting to see if they find the third Thief Sound small before doing that, just in cases.
Yeah, I'm sure that must be weighing on our runners' minds as a possibility. Now, is Hera Basement the answer? We are about to find out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. No, it's not. Never
Oh.
mind. I lied. So we know Spike Cave was Bombos. We've seen all the mountain. We've seen all of most of the dungeons. Have we orphaned anything in any of the dungeons?
Well, the swamp big chest, but we still haven't found that big key. Pgog went and got the conveyor belt check in ice.
Relkin can go and get the final IM check in CT.
You know, it'd be really funny if that was just the answer.
I
But here goes Nobly.
I feel like that has to be the answer.
And he does indeed have 2 additional keys to the one he spent last time, so he's going to be the first to find out.
No, TR is one of the red crystals, so this can't be fairy bomb check. Is this Ralkin going to Castle Tower? Ah, there's the other one. It was on Desert Torch. That's where the third one is.
Oh.
So Will's...
okay, so Will's about to pick that up.
Yep.
And his silvers. I wonder if he's going to try to save Scum a key to check right side.
They've already did. Right side was red mail, I believe.
I thought Nobly did. I don't remember. Did the other team do it too?
No, I don't know. See, this is the issue when you have like we need 4 commentators, and we're like, let's just each focus on one. That's what we need to do.
Pure chaos. I would love that.
My birthday, I want to say like 2019 or something, it ended up being like a 6-person cast because everyone just kept joining
there's Quake!
Oh,
no way!
Wow. That's going to be heartbreaking whenever Relkin gets to that point, because Will was right there.
Well, Will got his 3rd key. He's going to finish Landmos, and then he can...
Yeah.
He can just go get that. Everyone's going to go to TR.
No,
and hopefully Powder and Flute turn up.
This is going to be a close race at this point, because we now know what needs to be done. However, Nobly is behind on dungeons.
Yes. In fact, if when that powder shows up, depending on if it's like the last thing Nobly Foxes need, they might not get their silvers because they just might go straight to the back of Desert. So I think at this point I'm comfortable saying To Infinity and Pgog has a decent advantage, even though they won't be the first into TR. Or... Oh no, Nobly's got to do Eastern still. And Pod.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just Rando's going Rando, and the sequence of the events that happened this time around is favoring Infinity.
Imagine a fake powder actually making a difference.
That sequence break to break the seed. Yeah, it looks like Will's playing catch up. This is a Thieves Town angle. Relkin will tell Will what he needs to do in TR.
Yeah, this is the kind of co-op that's advantageous if you split things up right.
Again, we are going off of average time between the finishes on a team. So these runners want to try and finish close to each other.
Oh, Will still needs to get the Ice Rod and then go get Quake. Oh, there's our last desert. There's the powder. Okay. So that's a little bit of a bailout for the Foxes. All right, Will is on his way back to Castle Tower, Nobly on his way to Helmasaur King. So we still need a flute and the fourth Castle Tower small. And possibly ether for Meyer.
Oh, we're getting through TR. We don't have enough small keys to do lava chest, so that might still come into play. We may need the last TR small as well.
Oh, Nobly took a hit there, and okay, he's fine.
Yeah, Tempered Sword, just a couple of spin slashes does the work. Oh my god, you're joking!
Did I miss something?
That was TR6.
No way! Oh, just for some bombs though.
That Pokey was a vanilla small key in the last seed as well.
That's nuts.
But that's all the TR smalls. This is a full cleared dungeon. That double dip of Castle Tower, though, you hate to see it.
Yeah, Will ending up being the fourth to pick up Quake. Nobly was the first to pick up Quake, but is gonna be the last one into TR, unfortunately. Oh, we got
Oh,
an Eastern small. Okay.
now we got another check that's in play. The Igor did not play nice with Nobly. We got another pod small. Don't know how much Infinity cleared between them. I have never seen that strat before.
Well, it worked.
That's the show off strat.
All right, Nobly gonna get the green pendant, and now he can go get his TR big and finally join everyone else. Relkin might be done with. There's our flute with Turtle
Yep.
Rock by the time Nobly gets there.
Oh, nice cape as well.
Oh, that is a lovely sword.
Don't need to go to Zelda's cell.
Obscure doing a double take with that extra key. Does that mean he has all 6? Yes, it does. Okay.
Yep. Relkin's going to have a nice and easy try next fight here with that tempered. Backdoor strats. Ooh, missed the second shot.
And the third. Okay, he's fine though.
Got the half magic for a reason.
Definitely
Got the
putting
half
it to
magic
good
for a
use.
reason.
Both of To Infinity and Pgog are still on green mail. They both declined the blue mail on Floating Island. It's unlikely to matter, but it could. Alright, that'll do it.
So now we're just looking for the CT small. Ooh, wait. CT small could be in GT.
Oh, it could. You're right.
Oh, it's never over.
All right. Do you think we're gonna need ether for Meyer?
Let's hope not, because this seed has been kind of rude so far.
I think we are, and it's just gonna be in Meyer shed.
The key underneath the door.
All right. Nobly has entered Turtle Rock.
Just like someone fashionably late to a party that's almost over. At what point did Ralkin go, this is no longer co-op, it's a race between you and me? Just speeds off. Right, moment of truth. Now, what will be kind of awkward for Relkin if this is Bombos? Not even looking at it yet.
Imagine finding ether here, and it's actually required.
And it's Bombos.
Oh, it's money and more money. Woohoo! Oh, it's Quake. That's
Oh,
boring.
bail out. Well, we still have a whole bunch of checks in Meyer. We got Checkerboard Cave. We have Pyramid Fairy. And then if all those fails, your Castle Tower Smalls in GT.
And we do have a healthy number of GT smalls between all our runners.
Yeah, you only need 6 to full clear.
Now, there are a total of 6 Meyer smalls. We have 2 of them.
Yeah, you can get everything with just those. However, we are... Oh. Yeah, our Relican was trying to skip doing fire checks because, does... I mean, if you could skip cussing chests, you skip cussing chests, but... We'll see what this leads to. Another potion. Nobley's going to pick up their flute and possibly their gold sword. Yeah. Yeah, that CT small can be anywhere, but we've already checked almost everything. Like something you don't want to see. You don't want to see like a thieves' town small because that might mean Castle Tower smalls in that big chest.
Woohoo! 1 rupee.
And that's good news for Will because that means Will doesn't need to go left side at all.
And Trinex will finally get to take a break after this fight.
This Trinex is like a SpeedGaming commentator going races back to back. Oh.
No.
Oh.
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 Well, that's a healthy room. Alright, fishbone room. Is this it? There it is! That is go mode. So the noble foxes still need to get their desert big off of Magic Bat. Did Nobly get the powder out of right side TR?
Sorry about that. My headset died. Anyway. Looks like we did find CT4 in Meyer, so that's some good news.
Nobly's getting bullied there by the Murderdactyl. But everyone is just zipping their way through Meyer right now. Okay, so our tracker, Jesse's saying Nobly did not pick up the powder, and that would also explain the missing desert small, which he thinks he doesn't need because he already saved Scum the key to check right side desert.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that... I mean, it's not going to be the decider, but that still hurts.
Yeah, we're in go mode now. Will still needs to beat blind, it looks like.
And as for fake powdering, chat's asking, the mushroom turn-in had one of our other big keys, so I think they have all turned the mushroom in.
Yeah, so Rocket's now racing to GT. We don't need anything in GT. We're just going to go straight to the top. No, GT Big was on the pyramid. It was Desert Big?
That was on Magic Bat.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what Chad was asking. What was Magic Bat?
I'm trying to remember which key was the mushroom turn-in then.
Oh, Harabig, that's right.
Oh,
Harabig was
okay,
on
maybe
mushroom.
Nobly does have the mushroom still. Interesting, okay. Alright, Obscure getting Castle Tower 4, but that is still not go mode for his team.
Yeah, no, that's kind of funny though. How Fishbone's room had the go mode, and both the C's I commentated today. PRG is real, folks. Where was that Desert Big Key? Because I remember calling it out when we saw it.
The Desert Big was on Magic Bat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, the seed bleed is happening now.
Oh, I understand that. Alright, Nobly has one arrow left, finishing off Vitrius. Now he just needs to go hunt down that Desert Big. And Pyramid Fairy's not available to him, so presumably he's going to go do fake powder right away-ish.
He's not happy.
Alright, that's Obscure defeating Vitrius.
Oh, where's Nobly going? Nobly, where are you going, buddy? This is Castle Tower? Or is this doing more pod? No, this is doing the Eastern... Oh. Oh.
Oh, the big key chest.
Yeah. Relkin's just running through this tower like it's nobody's business right now. Obscure's about ready to get the Desert Big. At least that's going to save Nobly. Like, the second they see the Desert Big, they know that's go mode.
And there it is. That is go mode for the Noble Foxes.
So, Nobly, you need to get out of there. So already switching to the mirror and grabbing some arrows. Okay, and out. All right.
Relkin is really going to get through this with a 0 out of 31 clear rate.
It happens. It happens.
Cape is not chewing up Nobly's magic fast enough.
Just spam
No,
Fire Rod.
validation chest. Okay, I approve.
I remember years ago we were told we could never say those two words next to each other. Things
I
have
approve.
changed. Alright, so we got Aga 2, then we're going to get Aga 1, then we're going to get Ganon.
And one change for this mode is since all the dungeons and both Agas are required, there are no blue balls.
Which is very... It's very disappointing, because I like counting blue balls.
Alright, Relkin with a 4 cycle there. Losing a little bit of time on his teammate, probably. Alright, To Infinity and Pgog are now climbing 2 different towers.
And while this is going on, Obscure still needs to beat 3 dungeons before going to GT. Nobly's going to be the first one on Noble Fox. This is GT.
You know, it occurred to me, we didn't see the bug net, did we?
No, we did. Someone got
Wait,
the bug
we
net.
did?
It was it was in it was somewhere.
Oh,
I remember seeing the bug net.
I can't believe I missed it.
We basically full cleared this game.
I mean, except for the entirety of GT, but you know, close enough.
I mean, that's what Ether. We're missing Ether. We're missing probably like 4 heart containers. Yeah, probably 4 heart containers.
Yeah, speaking of heart containers, I'm kind of surprised Will is still on 7 hearts. And Nobly's on 8.
You gotta be ballsy. Gotta do stuff low percent here. Oh, I did not think that second arrow was going to hit, but it did.
So close, but Gold Sword will make it up real quick. Obscure running off to Skullwoods. Nobly is gonna pick up the GT Big Key. Right, he didn't get that yet.
Rockin's about ready to go finish off Agate 1, then drop down and face off against Ganon. Honestly, at this point, I don't think there's a way for Noble Fox to catch up. But, going 1-1 is, pretty good still. Shows both your teams are equal.
Yeah, especially doing that against the defending champion. Obviously you'd like to go 2-0, but 1-1 is perfectly respectable.
Any games you win gets you that much closer to the playoffs. And you still have 12 more races in the next 6 weeks after this week, so you gotta be happy about every win you get, because those 3 points could be the difference maker. Don't forget, get these runners a follow. We got defending champs and strong competitors. Also, big shout outs to Jesse and Kasten for doing the tracking for us, because Lord knows we couldn't follow along.
Yes, absolutely. It's extra hard with this mode.
Just think if we were doing XD Hunt. Oof.
Oh, and that'll finish it. Well done, Relkin.
Get your single G's in chat for Infinity and Pgog. Still working on the second G. That's going to be a time of 1:33:10. Not a bad time considering it was all dungeons key drop.
Oh, and Will getting the 3 cycle there on Ega 2. I just noticed the timers. We didn't sync them up. I guess it's too late to care now, but
it's fine. With no more delay, it's kind of harder to get them synced up. Because right now we don't have delays. This is live. This isn't something where as commentators we can peak 10 minutes before the end of the race and get spoiled and start trying to create a story around the eventual winners, This isn't something where chat can start spoiling that there's a surprise finish when it looks like someone's like 10 minutes behind and all of a sudden they won.
Well, now I just had to go fix it.
So Will's going to finish up their climb nobly. Did Nobly do Agate 1 for Agate 2? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, he was just there on the pyramid after picking up the key, so it made sense.
Now, usually you do Agate 1 less because you get a full refill going to Ganon, so... But now our runners are going, Nova Foxes are both going to GT now. Will's almost done Agate Tower.
And here's Aga 1. I mean, you can still count the blue balls if you want to.
0.
And the Noble Foxes are going to be reaching GT at just about the same time here.
And Nobly's a little bit ahead of Obscure because of the CT clear, but they're both going to be halfway up the tower when they get the bad news from Will.
Oh, and if anyone was wondering how many additional checks there are in this mode, you can just subtract 249 minus 216 and you get 33.
Someone's already marking the winner before they've even finished.
Look, sometimes the tracking software and the associated stuff doesn't behave properly. Because if I recall correctly, you get 1 point for a draw and 3 points for a win.
Yeah. Yeah, Noble Foxes both in the gauntlet at the exact same time. And Will's gained the second.
But, yeah, GG to Infinity and Pgog. They are going to even up their match record after week 1. As soon as Will crosses the bridge here, safely. Well done.
That's going to be time for them. Noble Foxes did decide to FF after this. They decided to forfeit. So, good games all around. 1-1 week. We've already been joined by Relkin. GG's. We're probably going to be joined by the rest shortly, but good game.
GG's.
Hey, thank you, GG's. That was also like I watched yesterday's race too. That was a pretty rough seed with left side swamp being required, and like GT almost having nothing. But this one was maybe even worse, honestly.
No, it's pretty crazy seed. Really, I am heavy seed at the start. You guys got a whole bunch of items super early on, which I think kind of made things go faster. We're now being joined by Obscure. GG's Obscure. Thank you for the raid.
GG's, guys. That was an incredible time. Well done. And nobody sends his apologies. He's had surgery the other week and his leg was killing him, so he's gonna sort himself out.
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that.
Well wishes to Nobly. Hopefully that recovers quickly.
But yeah, thank for GG's. Sorry.
We're now going to be joined by Will. GG's Will, I saw you took everything you learned from the race earlier today to this race.
Pretty much, yeah. Made sure to check Fishbone Room, that's for sure.
Make sure you check Fishbone Room. No, but honestly, the seed was just a good seed in general. I think the Desert Palace Big Key was the difference maker. The fake powder. Owl Logic, Sequence Break, fake powder definitely was the story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering, it was either that or the CT Small and Fishbone being the big sticking point for us. Sounds like maybe both, actually.
Our tracker Jesse is insisting it was the mirror being the big difference maker, which I completely agree with. It's just funnier to talk about the fake powder. But you had that like a solid 20 minutes ahead of Noble Foxes.
But let's talk about the big key for a solid hour before the Foxes.
I mean, it did get you the silvers. The Noble Foxes did desert and did not go back for the big chest, of course, but that really ended up not being the difference.
Yeah. I'm curious, did y'all go to TR like super early? Because that was omega late for us. Well, I guess you kind of had to last locate Quake, so never mind.
All four of you were in TR at the same time. Nobly was the one who found Quake Then Relkin did about 2 minutes after Nobly, but then because Nobly was behind the dungeons, Nobly didn't have the big key from Greenpin to turn in. Nobly was the last one into TR, but everyone was in TR at the exact same time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, on the topic of that mirror, Obscure, I guess you can speak for your team. Basically, so to Infinity and Pgog just went into the back just for that one check without any small keys. Were you just not wanting to do that at the time, or how did you decide?
We have a little strategy, so whatever we get in the first two chests, we'll decide our first play on that. So we got weapons, so we decided to go to Hyrule Castle and check that stuff out because we know we can get to Eastern at any point. But the danger is, if something is required in Eastern, then it just takes us a long time to get back there, and that's kind of what happened this seed. So when we saw that we got the mirror in the back of Thieves Town, we knew we were in trouble at that point. And we were thinking, like, where can we try and save time? Where can we make gambles? But just nothing opened up. We just kept, we last located Quake, last locations, the Desert Big, and obviously the Fishbone Room. So it just nothing opened up for us to make gambles anywhere. So we knew we was in trouble. And we were just kind of, it's not a great thing to rely on, but it was kind of like, you know, it is a insane mode. Like, mistakes can quite easily happen. So it was like, they're either going to crush us or they're going to make a mistake and we might have a chance.
No, but I mean, you guys still had a solid first week, 1-1 against defending champs. That's still nothing to be, you know, too sad about. You guys now know how much harder this year of League is, because next is Ganon Hunt, and then the following co-op is Duality. Have you guys started practicing your Duality yet?
Oh yeah, Duality's pretty chilled out. So yeah, looking forward to the rest of the league.
Done a couple
honestly.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same.
But yeah, going into week one, going against the tournament champions, we knew it was in for a tough game. So the fact that we managed to go 1-1, like, I mean, Will, Muffins, and Relkin, like, they're all incredible runners. Everyone knows them. So yeah, to pull out at least one win, like, we're really happy with that. It's just unfortunate game two. This is just the way it went. But hey, that's Rando.
Yeah, no. You guys got any plugs you want to do before we start wrapping things up?
Just shout outs to you guys. Thanks for putting this on. Yeah, thanks for putting this on.
Thanks for everyone who came together, especially kind of last minute, to make the restream happen on the tracking side. So
yeah,
appreciate that.
Yeah, no, we have more races. We need more help for those. So if you're a Speed Gaming fan and you want to help us out with volunteering, awesome. Hopefully there isn't that much more issues. We had some technical issues. I commentated the last two races in a row, and I went to go do the intros for this race, and my mic completely crapped out on Discord. Like, I was able to talk and set up, but not in live for some reason. But no, we have more races going on tonight for the rest of the week, and for the next 6 weeks of league action. So keep an eye out for on the Discord for that kind of help. I'll drop the thing in chat.
Yep. Thanks, guys, for the volunteer for this restream. Appreciate it.
Thanks for putting on an excellent show.
No, it was a fun race. I recommend watching it back. Don't forget to follow these runners. Hopefully, Nobly gets to feel better soon. Thank you again, Blue Link, for joining me for this one. I think I'm going to take a break for the rest of the day after two ADK DBs in a row. But for everyone else, we got another race in a couple hours. We got races going on other Speed Gaming channels. I see there's a Mario Bros 3 randomizer going on. Don't forget to give all the Speed Gaming Network channels a follow. Much appreciated. Big shout out to our trackers, my co-com, and we'll see you again here shortly in a couple hours for another race on this channel. Yeah, Jesse got it down. 7 o'clock Eastern and 8:30 Eastern for more races on SC and SG2. But I've been Kachiri. And I hope you guys all have a great day.